Hello guys, welcome to a new video on our new world, and in this video I'm going to quickly go over the Q&A session of the developer live stream they did quite a while back. We finally have the official translation on the forum website. So yeah, let's just go over it. Here they say key Q&A, so I'm guessing it's not all of it, but should be all the important points. As I briefly mentioned in the previous video, they're going to buff Viole, and they said we are in the process of revamping Viole's revolution skill so it can be utilized in various content. Additionally, if there are other teammates whose skill you'd like to see reworked, please share your thoughts through the official community's suggestion board. We will consider reworking the skills of up to 3 more teammates. This is interesting. I don't even know who I would like them to rework. But yeah, for sure, work Masino that they just mentioned below is a good use case. Probably even data work Masino would be a good one. And then I don't really know. I think the others are somewhat fine, at least for SSR plus. Maybe they could buff Heaven a bit more. I think it's too selfish, the one they gave him, and not really that valuable, especially when we compare it to the Revolution 5 that Albelda and Anniversary Iwa got, or even Garam. So I think they could do better with Heaven as well. But overall, the other units are kind of okay. So yeah, that's the first point. They are reworking Revolution. They will not then work on the kit itself, which kind of makes sense, and they will just improve the Revolution stuff, which is great because Viole really was not treated well. They will not change the subnodes, they will just change the ability upgrades. But also for those, Viole really got shitty ones. The I think it was like HP recovery plus crowd control removal when hit by a close range attack that will then trigger his blue or kind of skill or passive. So that one, like that buff is pretty irrelevant. Most of the times he's in the back. You will want him to be invincible. Now with Albelda, is even more so. So I don't really see a need for an upgrade for that kind of skill. I hope they either move it to a different skill, like maybe the special move buff would be better to provide additional stats of sorts, or I don't know, but that doesn't really need any kind of improvement. That really sucks. That skill is useless, let it be useless. So yeah, just replace it with a damage buff of sorts. Then the other skill is the AoE on the only skill that deals damage for VO, which is the black sphere, black hole sphere. So the bangs. That's pretty cool. That's a really good skill, but the revolution is not the best. It's okay because it's doubling the AoE of those bangs, those explosions. So one single bang can hit multiple units. Crazy good if there is grouping, if the enemies are close by. That's amazing. You might get multiple hits for every single bang, resulting also in an increase of damage, but not enough, especially because you cast it once every forever. With Albelda, that's a lot better. He's actually okay now, but I really want to see more damage from him. He also kind of needs units that provide crit rate because ranged units do not have crit rate in the subnodes. And if you pair him with Yellowy, he's great. Uh, Possibly a Revo 5 Yellowy, but not many people will have that. So yeah, that's what I tried to use in the live stream from 2 days ago, I think now. And works really well, not gonna lie. So he's already fine. I'm just looking forward to more damage buffs. It needs more damage. Survivability is a lot better now with Albelda, so I don't think it will need survivability buffs, just damage. And I already talked way too much about just the first point, so let's move on. Please optimize the game, crashes, insufficient memory. I don't think I really had any issues with the game, but I mostly play from my PC, and I also recently changed phone, so I cannot really tell if the game is optimized or not. It might just be trash, but okay. Please improve Irangion's Revolution Skill 2. I didn't read this one. Revolution skill for Iran. I don't think they were that bad. Maybe no, okay. Maybe they weren't as impactful. I think they were just a 30% magic pierce on the petal torrent, and I cannot really recall the other one. But yeah, probably not the most impactful revolution skills, but I think it's still fine. Like your damage is nice. The chaining of the special move, it's what really key. So yeah, I kind of agree with what they said. And they also mentioned Irangion is not a family head. Is from an earlier era. So like when they were about to found the great families. Yeah, I also agree that their performance is decent. It's not crazy for an anniversary unit, kind of underwhelming, probably, but still pretty solid. Like, PvP, she's good, and in adventure, really, really a mainstay. I think I never tried even to clear without her in one of the teams. So for me, a really solid character. I don't really see a need to buff her more. I mean, I would like to see that, but I don't see the need to. Additionally, we've been informed of a bug where she was using skills post death. This was resolved. I don't think I noticed that, but okay, whatever. Improvement to ignition weapon presets. We will update the ignition weapon presets so that you can swap out just one part when you have been assigned all 5 parts. What does that mean? So you assign, or what is that? Oh, maybe that you can edit the preset directly without having to create a new one and then delete the old one, or what is that? But didn't they allow us to add like what was that? Like a default user of a preset and then with a click just assign them all, or is it already in place actually? To be honest, I haven't checked that. Might be already in place, which would be great, but I don't think that's the case. Is it? I have the game open in the background. I will just quickly check. No, there is no default assignment yet. So okay, there is still that to be implemented in the game, and we'll see what else they do. 20,000 mission points seem a bit too high. Achieving that will give you an SSR plus Blessing Breakstone. All significant value, well, whatever. Bah, not really that significant value, but okay. Is reasonable? Not really, but okay. Other rewards can be obtained with lower point requirements. We appreciate your patience. I mean, it's not really worth it to go for that. Like, it's too expensive if you only need, like, if you are spending for this, is not worth it. This is like a collateral or a free thing you get if you are already achieving those points because you need the coins. So you are spending 4 coins and getting this SSR Plus Blessing Breakstone just as a bonus. But it's not something you should aim for, just forget it even exists. And it's not really that much value. When will Orkney be released? That's something I really also I'm looking forward to it. We're currently planning for its release. Great. He's an incredibly charming and handsome character. Okay, whatever. I just really care about that part. And we're putting a lot of effort into preparing him. So yeah, he's going to be an SSR Plus almost for certain. Well, actually, no. Now that I said that, it's probably going to be an SSR. We'll see. We'll see. It could be an SSR. It would make sense. Like at the end of the day, it's just a regular, but is more important than some of the other units that have been released as an SSR Plus, I think. Though now he's kind of irrelevant, but when he was there, he had a particular story, and I think he has nice abilities. I don't know how they're going to, like, which kind of role they're going to give him. My prediction is that he's going to be a support, which is good if he's lower rarity, because, like, DPS units, if they are SSR, they are almost always kind of trash. But if they're supports, they can have interesting utility. So I'm looking forward to him. I hope he's a support, and I could see that happen with the like, how's that called? Like, the ability to see a little bit in the future that he has is pretty interesting. I really want to see how they implement it in the game. but whatever. Please give us a Revolution reset ticket. Introducing reset tickets for Revolution raises some concerns. What kind of concerns is that you fear that you're not getting enough money then? But okay, whatever. For now, we're planning to offer them as rewards through special events. Okay, okay. Feel acceptable. At least if you make a mistake, you can fix it, but they're still earning money. So I guess it's kind of a win-win anyway. So good. That's an okay way. We just need to see how many, because here they mention special. So probably not every 2 weeks, but maybe once every 1, 2 months. I don't know. But interesting, interesting. Please improve the conquest. We think the main drawback of Conquest content is that it can feel a bit too cumbersome. We've invested a lot of resources into this content, but it's unfortunate it is not being effectively utilized. These players are accustomed to auto-clearing and collecting rewards, and abrupt changes could feel like we're removing something they have come to rely on. Okay. The way this will allow for a more gradual, streamlined adjustment rather than a complete overhaul. Okay. We'll quickly address the issue where players cannot collect all rewards on certain Conquest maps. Thank you. Because I mean, there is a huge difference between a single lane conquest map and a whatever shape they do with the other setups, where you can really not even pick all the basic rewards. That's only if you are going for the free gifts, which if you are earlier into the game, you should definitely go for them. If you already have all the units with report, you don't even need to care because you can just buy the report 7 for the new unit for 1500 suspendium. So you can just get all rewards and don't worry about doing it below a certain number of uh, attempts or moves, whatever. But yeah, I also auto clear it most of the times. Is only when I clear like 3, 4 new floors, then I go back and try to do conquest. Otherwise, I just auto clear it. It feels like blue element teammates are underpowered. To be honest, I do feel the same, but let's see what they say. We always prioritize how we distribute element proportions. I don't know, man. There are 3 SSR plus yellow units. 3. And for green, how many do we have? We have, wait a second, I'm checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the collab. I'm guessing COLLAB is going to be 1, so it's going to be 6. And we have the first family head unit in here. So that would be a total of 7, while purple has 3. 3. How is that even possible? Makes no sense. Makes no so little love for purple, but purple is still pretty solid because Mashini is a monster, Vivi is a monster, Waki is okay, Vargarv is good, Nare is good, Kunagera is good. There are a lot of good units. Yura is amazing. There are a lot of really good units in purple. That's still fine, but no SSR plus, really, like 3, whatever. And 2 of them are really early units, like Karaka and Mashin have been in the game for forever. So, okay, that's okay. And while they might appear weaker than others at the moment, we have several blue element teammates coming in the future. We're working on balance adjustment, so we appreciate your patience. I will say this might be a bit of an odd take, but Kaiser damage wise, huge, amazing, great. Survivability wise, she's struggling a lot. So I'm thinking of moving her to a Pierce build now because she's just getting one shot at anyway. I'd rather focus more on the team to make her survive and then have her deal as much damage she can in the little time she's alive. That's basically the plan because I'm struggling. Like the only team I'm struggling with at the moment is blue. All the other teams are doing fine, but the team where I use Kaiser is the one that's struggling the most, which is stupid and funny considering how good Kaiser is, but she just dies. Maybe the blue teammates around her do not provide the same level of protection like the red supports we have now are providing, or the BAM Evan combo or stuff like that. Like blue doesn't have that. So yeah, I can see issues. Obviously, you could always use Kaiser in some of the other teams, but then a weaker DPS unit would be alone and without protection, so it would be even worse, kind of thing. But we'll see, we'll see. I'm looking forward to the units they are planning to release. Can you share details about the November collab? Unfortunately, I already read this one before and somebody already spoiled it. Like people that could understand Korean already said that it will not be solo leveling, and we have the confirmation here as well. It's a popular webtoon. I have no clue which one it could be, but we can confirm it will not be with solo leveling. This is really bad news for me. I would have loved to see Jinwoo in the game, and we're not getting it. We plan to hold another developers live broadcast before the November collab. In this broadcast, we'll introduce the collaboration characters and take any suggestion you might have for future collaborations. So there will be future collaborations. That's I don't know. If they do this, like if the units in this November collab will be treated the same way as Seven Nights uh, and Seven Deadly Sins, then I don't really care that much about collabs because they will be replaced in the future. If they now learn the lesson and try to release them in a way that they are always relevant, like and that are not the best in a specific content, then it might be good. Like for example, Seven Deadly Sins I think did a better job than the other one because like Seven Deadly Sins has three units that I don't really use often, but that's because I have more options and better options. But they have really good units. Escanor I still use sometimes, and is good. It provides like it was amazing for a long time. Now we have more and more units that can buff resistances and stuff, so his value went down a bit, but it's still usable. Though with a weird build like the Ryana build is a bit weird, but does get the job done and at times is really helpful. So that's a unit that is still relevant. Then we have Meliodas, still a really good DPS unit. It can deal a lot of damage, works really well with Anak, Garam, those kind of units. It will just spam the special move, take cap damage, so a 3% max HP damage per hit max, which is amazing. Up all the time, really, really good unit. Not using it much, but as I said, absolutely amazing. And you can probably clear high deficit, no problem with him. And same thing with Elizabeth. She also has a really good special move, so she can work in the same comp I mentioned before. Like Anak plus Garm really are a crazy pair. So he can work, like she can work really well. She can work also in standard compositions. He has nice damage, not as crazy as Kaiser, obviously, but a really good alternative for adventure. So yeah, pretty nice. Like yeah, Seven Deadly Sins is still fine, and if the new collab they take into account more the future proof ability. I don't even know if that's the word, but whatever. Of units they release, then it's going to be better and better, but I kind of doubt it. We'll see. Can you reduce waiting time for the HEC service center and expand the level cap? Could be interesting to expand the level cap. Level 8 is a bit low. Just make it 10. Give us an S rank commission. That could be interesting. And the waiting time, I don't care. I mean, you can only do it once a day and it's fine. You will always see it is like only 16 hours or so it's fine. We acknowledge the feedback about the lengthy wait times. We completely understand the concern. We'll be implementing improvements. Why did they forget about the expanded level cap? They only answered half the question. But okay, it's good. If they make it from 16 to 8 hours, won't change anything practically, but okay. Please adjust the difficulty of the Revolution Room. It's already been lowered. To be honest, I didn't even bother to push past 300. I think I just got to 340 and then I didn't even try. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if people had an hard time this time around to reach the like floor 300. Let me know in the comments if you struggled. Well, obviously, if you are a new account, you probably did struggle. But if you are even like also free to play and have been playing for more than a year, let me know if you had issues reaching floor 300. I think you should be fine. You know, being a big problem. So yeah. I think the adjustment they made and also the natural availability of tier 4, 5, and 6 for SSR units helped quite a lot this time around. So yeah. Definitely the Nemesis battles were really annoying and maybe at times forcing you to invest in unconventional units. So yeah, maybe they could improve a bit with the teams they provide for the Nemesis battle and just remove that concept altogether up to floor, I don't know, let's say 250, and then from 250 to 300 do a easy version, and then upwards just do whatever you want. At that point, it's just for the additional race ranking. Can we get the Anak story costume released? Okay, whatever. Can you please bring back the replay feature for other stories? Is it gone? Due to the nature of other stories involving the field of exploration, this feature was omitted during UX announcements. Okay, I didn't even notice it was gone. That makes you see how much I pay attention to that kind of category, but okay. Then we have information about white. I'm curious about the white's grade. White the white, just white, but okay, whatever. Is set to be released as an SSR plus grade. Again, I think I mentioned it in the live stream. I don't see how it could have been higher than SSR plus. So that was a given from my point of view. It could have never been family head level or fog level. Screw is a Slayer, but is not strong enough to be at the family head level, like nowhere close. And talking about white, I already mentioned again during the live stream, I think he's going to be a purple assassin. That's my feeling. That's my hope. So that he also has good subnodes for Revolution. But we know nothing. It will probably, if we are lucky, be released in November. But in November we already have 4 new units for the collab, so it could be 6. I think they already mentioned there were going to be 6 units in November, so it's going to be white plus N and the four collab units. The unlock for auto progress feels overly sensitive. True, 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 true. I agree. I hate whenever I click auto progress, then I wanna like scroll down to see some notification and it always removes the auto progress. I hate it. So yeah, the sensitivity seems to vary depending on different devices. Fuck it. We'll review the individual characteristics to apply an appropriate sensitivity level. First phase of improvement has been implemented. Really? I didn't notice. So whatever. I really wish they could have just while you are fighting, like you are in the fight, you see that the fight is going well, you say, okay, perfect, and you click auto progress somewhere in the screen so that it turns you into auto progress from the battle screen, if you know what I mean. Like you start a battle normally, then you see that the battle is going well, and you say, okay, this could last for also the next fights. You click auto progress and just forget about it. Something like that. I don't know. I think they should let you also reactivate it while in the fight. But okay. Then we have the question, why is Albilda's grade SSR plus? Reasonable question. From my point of view, I also could have seen her as an SSR, but I guess she's on a good level in general. Like she's okay power wise to be deserving SSR plus, but then people might say, yes, but then you put her on the same level as White, which doesn't make that much sense. But let's see what they say. In the storyline, Albilda is featured as a powerful figure. Yeah, we just saw her like for like three, maybe 2 chapters. So okay, who both impress and intimidate. Not sure about that. Strong characters like Hayuri, which is an SSR which is an SSR in this game, but okay. So yeah, taking into account her strength in the original work and an available position, we decided to classify her as SSR plus. I mean, I'm not sure about that intimidates strong characters like Hayuri. She was probably surprised because maybe she saw the nature of Albelda origin or something. I don't think she was scared anyway, but okay, I can understand that. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, not gonna complain. She's a great unit, so it's okay. It's okay. There could have been worse picks for an SSR plus spot, so I'm okay with it. Is there a future plan for adding tier 7 and 8 to Revolution system? Thanks God they said no. These tiers serve as a means to enhance the 10 grade family's character performance. Currently, there are no plans to expand this to SSR Plus or SSR grades. Great, because that would make a little sense. For my maybe for SSR Plus it would be okay. For SSR, please no, don't do it. I mean, I don't. It's too many resources from my point of view. I wouldn't like it, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it's okay to leave it only for family head level units. They will always be above everyone else, and it makes total sense. So I'm okay with it. Please revamp the gem shop. We have recently added new items. They all kinda suck, but okay. What is the EX grade that was leaked? During development, it's funny that they mentioned the word leak in an official question, but okay. During development, we felt it was necessary to introduce a term to classify Tramray separately from all the other grades. Therefore, we used extraordinary, abbreviated as X, for the special grade, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, there is no EX grade. It's just family head, fog, or whatever high level character in the manhwa. So yeah, pretty cool. Why can't I find collaboration characters in the archive? Collaboration characters were excluded because there are no additional sources for player who missed the collaboration period to obtain them. There are also no plans to add these characters to the archive. We appreciate your understanding. Makes sense. I mean, you cannot get it. Why would you even worry about seeing what they did? I mean, I guess you could kind of want to, but then you would always have those empty spots in your archive, and I know I wouldn't want that. So, whatever. And yeah, as I mentioned, like at least the old collabs are all not that important or meta units, so you don't need them, which is a good thing. But at the same time, if you invested in the collab, then you find yourself with suboptimal units. I hope they will strike a better balance with the new ones, but we'll see. Could you implement a jump feature for the tutorial? We recognize that for those managing secondary accounts, so for them it's fine to have secondary accounts, okay? The tutorial can be quite tedious and cumbersome, okay, given that the tutorial involves multiple systems, any error or mistakes in tweaking it could affect or hinder progression. Therefore, we decide to develop this feature and make it take some time, blah, blah, blah. Additionally, we recently introduced the state jump feature, okay, whatever, don't really care. Can you expand the ways to obtain tickets? I mean, we have a lot of SSR Plus tickets already, and I think they have mentioned it. We've previously implemented the SSR Plus non-stop summon. Okay. Since then, we have outlined our approach for the SSR grade, including event type, rate up summons, and the distribution of numerous exclusive summon tickets. These changes should be implemented by the end of October, and we hope you'll find that the summoning opportunities increase significantly afterward. So here they mentioned for SSR, which I feel like SSR are the summons we are lacking the most. I mentioned in probably one of my previous videos, but for sure during the live stream, that SSR Plus units are easier to obtain than SSR units because of the amount of black market tickets we get after trial of Origin 600. That's really a huge amount, but we get no such thing for the standard banner. And also the rates for a specific character is higher in the black market. It's a 2% against a 1.8%. So yeah, black market is a lot better than the standard banner. If you are a bit more like advanced in the game, at a certain point, the standard banner would just be useless, and building a specific SSR unit will be quite expensive, especially if it's a new one, you want to max it out immediately, it will take you a lot of pulls. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Then what else? When will the melting event take place? While we don't have a specific date set yet, we plan to hold the event when we notice a significant accumulation of surplus resources. So they're monitoring how many resources we have and then release the events accordingly. Okay, interesting. I don't know. They could have just said every 2 months and they do it regularly. I don't see why you would have to monitor and then release the event in a targeted way. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. It's just a waste of time, but they do them. It's okay. I'm having serious overheating issues. But okay, optimization, whatever, don't care. Does the cooldown reduction for skills apply to passive? No. I mean, why would that even be a question? It's written, it's only for active skills. Please be advised that it only applies to active skills. Yes, max cooldown reduction only applies to skill, like to active skills. But it's specifically stated, I believe. If you look at the stats of your unit and over the max cooldown reduction field, you will see it says active skills. Are you planning to release Yama or Yasracha? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Yeah, a lot of people in the survey mentioned them, so they are preparing for them. Great. I don't know which kind of ranking they might get. Pretty sure Yama is going to be purple, if I have to guess. Maybe purple warrior, which would be additional points in favor of a purple assassin for white. And I think it makes sense. We'll see how that goes. Yes, Ratch, I have no idea. I wouldn't put him in the green category just because he is Lopapia, but at the same time he's kind of against the family. Isn't it a hard army? But yeah, isn't it a hard army? So I don't know. Would be hard to rank him. Maybe could end up being green at the end, but yeah, I don't know. Please enable red dot notification for Shinsu purification minigames and daily quest. I agree. I agree. Absolutely. I forgot to do Shinsu purification, I think, at least one day because of that. And minigames as well. Kind of easy to forget. They put the red dot for user stuff, and then those time limited events, they just let you forget them. It's really stupid. We put a lot of effort into the purification content recently, however, many are missing it because the red dot does not appear. Okay. Managing the red dot system is quite tricky since sometimes it does not disappear or fails to show up when it should. Rest assured, they are monitoring and trying to improve this. Okay, I hope so. When will Eurasia? How would they even release her? We don't know what she does. Like how? That's impossible. Whatever. I'm not gonna say more about her, but okay. And Sachi Faker. That's a good one. They should definitely release it. We're preparing to release all the well-known characters from the original webtoon, including them. How are you releasing Eurasia, man? I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. They can do something, I'm sure. Is the special move Pierce applied to Viole special moves? No, no. Special move Pierce does not apply to transformation or buff type abilities, only to damage dealing special moves. Yes, it was pretty obvious, so okay. When will you stop deploying for Urek and 5 Urek decks? We have removed them based on past feedback regarding internal content, blah blah blah. With the recent addition of 5 multi-decks, there were inadvertent instances where Urek Mazino was placed in 4 decks. However, we'll work on minimizing this moving forward. Like you have so many units, how can you not make units without using duplicates? Like I could understand if 2 teams had the same unit, but like 3 and more should not be tolerable. Like we cannot use a support from a friend of the same unit we already deployed in another team, the AI shouldn't do the same. So whatever. Please release Horde Bomb. And it was featured in the promo video. I really hope they're going to change his skin. I don't like the suit and jacket or whatever that he's wearing in that video. I hope they change it, but we'll see. And they're preparing for the release, probably for half anniversary. Pretty sure. Why do special summon rewards vary? That's also a good point. Jinsung had Revolution mats, and this new unit doesn't. Albedo doesn't. So why? They adjust them seasonally. I don't know what that seasonally is, and tailor them to fit current events. No, it's just if they feel like it, they will give you good stuff. Otherwise, just shit. Please announce the ranking system. Like there is a lot of stuff here, guys. I don't even know how long this video is already. Is for sure more than 30 minutes, but there is a lot of stuff here. Please announce the ranking system for competitive events. Depending on what they mean by that, but yes, the ranking system is kind of stupid at times. It depends on how quickly you can reach a point, but if someone else is playing more than you, then they will reach it faster or stuff like that. I don't know. With several types of competitive content, it's understandable that you may have felt this way about your race event. However, this race features a new format, and even with a delayed start, players will have additional opportunities to devise strategies with similar specs. I recently finished the tower race or whatever they called it, and I didn't feel anything really like anything about strategy. It was weird. I don't know. I don't think I liked that event that much if they were mentioning about that. But in general, these races are tricky. It's just hope you're not getting matched with a whale that is investing a lot of suspendium to refresh that specific event so that you can get enough points for cheap. That's kind of the way I'm feeling about this ranking or these races that they're releasing. Or did they mention it for just PvP and other things? Because here they mentioned race, but here they said competitive content, which could be a race, could be a high rank arena, could be the new PvP. I have no idea. Really generic question and specific answer that might be wrong. But okay. Are there plans to make the weapon buffs immune to buff removal skills? Weapon buffs. You mean the exclusive equipment, right? Yes. We, we want to maintain impartiality with teammates who have buff removal abilities, as this adds a strategic element in PvP encounters. Yes, but what about the adventure ones where a Garam or an anniversary Ewok can just destroy your team? But okay. Therefore, we have no plans to implement any changes regarding the request for now. It's okay. There are some buffs for certain units that I do feel like should be like not able to be removed, but it's okay. People will have to play around those. Please consider adding a long-haired version of the Tramway costume. We'll take this into consideration as we take some time to review the character structure. I think the legs, I already mentioned in one of the previous video, and also some other people mentioned it in my Discord. Tramway's legs are weird. Definitely, he's a lot like this guy seems too skinny. He's a lot bigger and stronger in the manhwa. And if they decide to release Tramray, the current one we have in the manhwa, as a skin, I'm not sure I would like it that much. But they also cannot really release him again anytime soon. But we will probably be getting a family head level Urek soon, and is going to be OP. If they don't make him OP, guys, that's going to be insane. I'm fine with Urek Mazino, the blue one, being kind of weak, but if they release a family head level unit, it needs to be OP. We'll see. We'll see. I prefer the name Torn Authority over Soul Reaper for white. I don't give a shit, but okay. That's going to be a name. Okay, whatever. Please make the master support event a permanent event. Master support. Okay. The master and pupil. Okay. We're considering running that event again. Although the last event had its positive, there were also areas in need of improvement. Uh, we will look into developing a system that automatically pairs players. Okay, interesting. That could be a good thing. Can you improve the basic attack tiers for Viole? I don't know why it's Viola, but okay. At Revolution Tier 6. They are not going to change it. They already said they are role dependent. It's not possible to tailor it specifically for Viole. I understand your concern about the lack of effectiveness of the basic attack peers and will strive to redesign Viole's revolution skills to better incorporate it. Why would you want to incorporate basic attack peers in Viole's kit? I don't like how this sounds, but I guess we'll see. They probably just throw a random response in there. Please ensure Caliban's release is handled with care. Which kind of question is that? We will definitely take extra care in the release of Caliban. Please look forward to it. I'm not like I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time not really, because I feel like I will be disappointed by that guy. He could be like an Asensio level unit. Like Asensio is good on his own, just doesn't have a good team. Calavan, I feel like might be a similar case, but I have no idea. Oh, we'll see. We'll see, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you like the video, please drop a like. And I'm sorry if it was this long. I actually thought there were less stuff discussed in this Q&A, but hey, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.